to remove hair so that the same person could be rated with and without. The results? Bald men won out in all three categories. What's more, the study found that women really take a shine to men who shave their heads, perceiving them as even more appealing because they've gone against traditional norms. Jim Sheneby, CBS News.
Springsteen, Streisand, Hamilton, they've got nothing on Olive Garden. The chain's once-a-year pasta passes, 22,000 of them, sold out in less than a minute. They cost $100 each and entitle the holder to 8 weeks of unlimited food. That's a week longer than the span of last year's pasta pass, which also sold out in less than a minute. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
How can Chris be so relaxed when his big interview is today? Because he searched jobs on Glassdoor.com. Out of millions of listings, he filtered by distance and salary to find the job that was right for him. He researched the company on Glassdoor, too. He read employee reviews. He knows they have great medical, even free Donut Fridays. So he has nothing to worry about and everything to look forward to. Glassdoor. Find the job that fits your life. Go to Glassdoor.com or download the app today.
This is Charles Osgood. There are a lot of complicated things in life. Rocket science, taxes, and tying a bow tie. But insurance does not have to be one of those complicated things. Your local independent agency representing auto owners insurance will sit down and customize a plan just for you. So instead of trying to muddle through it all online yourself, contact your local independent auto owners agency.
In Glasgow, call the Glasgow Insurance Agency at 270-651-8824.
As old as time itself, and yet as current as today. Still working in ways that amaze and help us all. What is it? Aloe vera. Hi, this is William Gravely, pharmacist at Medical Arts Pharmacy, with some news about that age-old plant, aloe vera, that you may not be aware of. Aloe vera helps treat chronic constipation without the cramping and digestive discomfort of the regular laxatives. It's natural, easy to take, it won't upset your stomach, and most of all, it's a safe product of the earth on which we live. What could be better? Well, how about aloe vera in an easy-to-swallow capsule at a strength of 500 milligrams, taken just once a day at a price that's affordable? And that's exactly what we have at Medical Arts. Aloe vera capsules for just $14.95 a bottle. The relief you need, the price you can afford from the pharmacy you trust. Medical Arts. So what are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today. You'll be glad you did. Medical Arts Pharmacy, Professional Park in Glasgow.
At Air Care Heating and Cooling, you always
buy for less. Buy for less. We'll have you rocking and a reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
That's right, you'll be rocking and reeling and rolling out with a brand new Amana heating and cooling system when you call Air Care Heating and Cooling today. You'll always get the best service and quality when you buy for less at Air Care Heating and Cooling. Don't be tricked into paying high prices. At Air Care Heating and Cooling, there's never any pressure. We'll get you the best and you'll buy for less. That's what everyone really wants, so get the deal you want today from Air Care Heating and Cooling.
We'll have you rocking and a reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
From Air Care Heating and Cooling, call them at 651-8780. That's 651-8780.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. We're at 65 degrees, 8 minutes after 6 o'clock, and got a little fog out there. Reduced visibility about 2.5 miles at the Glasgow airport when it's normally about 10 miles, so be aware of that as you're traveling this morning. And Ken Boone is on duty for us at the Weather Channel this morning, taking a look at how the weekend is going to improve move.
Foggy start here to our Friday morning. In fact, a dense fog advisory is in effect this morning, with fog reducing visibilities to less than a quarter mile in spots. Fog will lift to a mix of clouds and sun today. It'll be warm, high about 83. Mainly clear skies tonight, overnight low around 60. Sunny and warm for the weekend. Should be a couple of nice days if you have some outdoor plans. We're in the low to mid 80s both Saturday and Sunday. More sunshine, warm temperatures Monday, highs middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
We like that nice days reference there, Ken. Let's see. We've got, in the rain gauge yesterday, we managed to squeeze out 0.14 of an inch of rain, 0.14. Winds are calm this morning. The humidity is at, at 100%, and the barometer is rising at 30.03, 65 degrees. At WCLU as we get our start this morning. This is the live and local 6 o'clock morning edition on WCLU. Reporting local news from the newsroom this morning, here is Wes Royce. Good morning, Wes.
Good morning. In local news at this hour, the Barron County Board of Education voted to take the 4% increase, which will amount to an increase of 2.5 cents per $100 of assessed value. Superintendent Bo Matthews says that tax rates are based on projections calculated by the Kentucky Department of Education. WCLU News Director spoke with Matthews on the topic.
Okay, last night members of the Board of Education met at the central office to conduct the September board meeting. There were a number of items discussed related to the CTE project. These were value added change orders. The board took action to approve those, and this still maintains a healthy balance in the contingency fund of the project. So we're watching our dollars very carefully in the CTE project, and feel like we're still on schedule to have that work completed for our students to begin to utilize for the next school year. Also, members of the board had conversation about the announcement last week of a 17.4% cut to prepare for during the year. Directors and building administrators have been working feverishly on ways to unfortunately figure out how we can do that while we're maintaining our instructional focus and desire to continue to find ways to increase student success. That's the challenge that's before us, and that's the standard that we're going to meet.
What about taxes?
Taxes. Last night, members of the Board of Education conducted the public forum to consider the 4% increase. I don't know the outcome of that. It's hard to predict.
Now, when you say a 4% increase, people think 4%.
Yeah.
So what does that mean as far as...
It's 2.5 cents. A 2.5 cent increase is what was recommended to the board.
When you say 2.5 cents, because
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
In other items at the school board meeting, they noted that there was a tremendous growth in the preschool enrollment this year. So far, 351 students are enrolled. That's up 50 from last year. Cheyenne Fant says the start of this school year has been fantastic as far as nutrition services is concerned. WCLU News Director spoke with Fant.
At the Board of Education meeting last night, Nutrition Services, along with special programs and the district-wide wellness committee, asked for approval of our new wellness policy, and it includes updates that were suggested by KDE and our other members of our wellness committee to make improvements of our policy, and then we'll evaluate the policies and look at how our compliance goes after Christmas. So we're excited about making those changes that will make good choices for our staff and our students.
Other items, new vans for the JROTC program and for the athletic department are ready to roll, and 4 new substitute drivers have been trained and ready to go. The 2017 Technology Activity Report was approved by the board. The report, which details the technology purchases from the previous year and details the unmet needs, which will determine the amount of assistance needed from the state. An Edmonson County man has been indicted on child porn charges. 56-year-old Howard Baird of Brownsville was charged in a 5-count indictment with 4 counts of using a minor to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing visual depictions of the conduct, and 1 count of possessing child pornography that had been transported in interstate commerce by any means, including by computer. According to the indictment, the activity took place between May of 2009 and May of 2015 in Edmonson County. If convicted at trial, Baird faces a sentence of no less than 15 years and no more than 30 years for each of the counts 1 through 4, and no more than 10 years in prison for count 5. Further, the penalties include up to a life term of supervised release and a fine of $1.25 million. The case is being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the investigation is being handled by the Department of Homeland Security and Edmonson County Sheriff's Office with assistance from the Bowling Green Police Department. The case was brought as part of Project Safe Childhood, a nationwide initiative launched in May of 2006 by the Department of Justice to combat the growing epidemic of child sexual exploitation and abuse. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet is asking the Commonwealth's art teachers and students to get started on this year's Adopt a Highway Art Contest and submit their entries before the deadline, which is October the 31st. The Adopt a Highway Program Art Contest is held annually to increase public awareness about the damaging effects of litter, change attitudes and behaviors about littering, and educate Kentuckians about the Adopt a Highway program. Entries must be postmarked on or before October 31st to be considered for this year's contest. The contest is divided into 4 age groups: 5 through 8, 9 through 11, 12 through 14, and 15 through 18. Winners of each age will earn a $100 gift card, with second and third place finishers receiving a $50 gift card. Last year, nearly 1,600 students from across the state entered the contest. Additional information on the Adopt a Highway program includes entry forms for the 2017 contest. And in local 911 activity, the Glasgow Fire Department, Glasgow Police Department, and Barron Metcalf EMS responded to a wreck with possible injury on the L. Rogers Wells Boulevard and the intersection of Smith Road. It occurred at 10:13 yesterday morning. More local news when we continue here on WCLU.
The TJ Health Cave City Clinic, located at 440 East Happy Valley Street across from Sahara Steakhouse, is open 7 days a week with a staff of highly trained physicians and nurses to meet your healthcare needs. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday from 12 noon to 6 p.m. for all your medical care needs. Appointments are available, but not necessary. If you like TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion, then you'll love the TJ Health Cave City Clinic.
2 great opportunities for you from Buttermilk Falls Jerkies and Snacks. First, who makes the best jerky contest? Going on now and continuing through October 21st. This is a great contest with prizes including a 243 Thompson hunting rifle, a 6-tray dehydrator, a vacuum sealer, and cutlery set. Entry fee is just $35. Get your registration forms at Buttermilk Falls on West Main Street in Glasgow or call 270-261-2766. Secondly, don't make your own jerky. A workshop will be held Saturday, October 28th at Barron Lodge. Learn about meat selection, handling, preparation, cuts, marinades, spices, and dehydration. This workshop is limited to the first 50 registrants, and a $95 registration fee must be received by October 19th. Call 270-261-2766 to register over the phone. Conducted by Buttermilk Falls Jerkies and Snacks on West Main Street next to Big Moose's. 270-261-2766.
In more local news at this hour, well, it's bands, it's foods, and it's chatting on the porch, if you will. The Horse Cave Heritage Festival begins today with the opening ceremony at 4:30 p.m. in downtown Horse Cave. There's going to be 2 music stages tonight and all day tomorrow, beginning at 11 a.m. Those featured are Night Falls Coming, Jason Evans, Ned Hill, The Unpredictables, Arthur Hatfield and Buck Creek, the Jenny Rhodes, and more. On Saturday, there will be an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, car, truck, and bike show and chatting on the porch about local topics at the Thomas House. There will also be a chalk art competition on Water Street. Registration begins Saturday at 3 p.m. For more information, you can search Horse Cave Heritage Festival on Facebook. After jumping by 43 cents last week, gas prices in west central Kentucky fell by a nickel this week to an average of $2.58 a gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. For the first time in more than 15 days, the national gas price average appears to be leveling out, despite hurricanes and Tropical Storm Irma making landfall in the southeast. Holding steady for 5 days at $2.67, today's national gas price average is just 3 cents more expensive on the week. Kentucky's preliminary August unemployment rate was 5.4%, according to the Kentucky Center for Education and Workforce Statistics, the same as it was in July. Nationwide, the unemployment rate was at 4.4%, up 0.1 percentage point from the month. When it comes to those showing growth, the largest was the professional and business services, which added 3,400 jobs for the month, as did the education and health services sector. There was also an increase in manufacturing, construction, trades, transportation, and utilities as well. The leisure and hospitality industry saw a loss in jobs. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Paul Miles. Authorities in Whitley County say they have persons of interest in the murders of 3 people. Christopher and Imogene Bittner and their 16-year-old son were found dead at their home. Sheriff Colin Harrell tells WKYT,
I feel like the individuals, the perpetrators, knew who they were killing. For what reason, I don't know.
The sheriff says all 3 victims appeared to have been strangled. A former Kentucky judge is facing more criminal charges in a human trafficking case that prosecutors say involved 22 alleged victims. Suzanne Duvall reports.
70-year-old Tim Nolan, a former Campbell County district judge, has been indicted on 28 felony counts and 2 misdemeanor counts. Nolan has pleaded not guilty, and his attorney says they'll vigorously defend these allegations. They're challenging the constitutionality of the state's human trafficking statute. Nolan is accused of snaring women and juveniles into having sex by using money, drugs, and threats. The alleged victims included 14 adults and 8 juveniles. I'm Suzanne Duvall.
Kentucky is sending a nurse strike team to Florida to help with Hurricane Irma relief efforts. The team consists of 10 nurses and 2 administrative staff members. Vicki Yates Brown-Glisson is Secretary of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services.
These are nurses, and they are compassionate people. That's why they're in nursing. And they talk about seeing this almost like a mission trip.
Governor Bevin says the state should consider amending its constitution to allow the governor to appoint the Attorney General. Attorney General Andy Beshear has sued Bevin 4 times for his use of executive authority. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
And welcome back to Tech Horizon, where we are continuing our fascinating chat with Farnan, an impressive AI voice assistant.
Hello.
So, Farnan, what is the atmosphere of Jupiter?
Inquiries should be phrased, hey Farnan, and Jupiter's atmosphere is mostly hornets.
Astonishing. All human knowledge at the tip of your tongue.
That doesn't sound right. But Safe Auto can get you a great car insurance quote in just 3 minutes. That could save you 25%. Glad someone's making sense.
Daisy! Gus! Peanut! It's Pet Appreciation Week. Out here at Tractor Supply, we're having our biggest pet sale of the year with great deals from great brands like Purina, Natural Balance, Taste of the Wild, and 4Health. The main event of this huge 5-day pet sale is this Saturday. We'll be featuring adoptions, giveaways, and supplies for all pets. Yes, even you, Peanut. Out here, we know not all pets have paws. So come on over to Tractor Supply.
Did you know you can help families just by enjoying dinner with your family? Tuesday, September 19th is Hurricane Relief Night at all McDonald's restaurants in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. To help, just visit your local McDonald's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday. Order your favorite meal, and the McDonald's owners will donate 20% of sales to the American Red Cross. Donations will help families affected by disasters like Hurricanes Harvey and Irma recover and rebuild. We invite you to be a part of this special night.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
News time from WCLU is 6:24. We have 65 degrees.
Honey, have you ever tried to picture what our retirement years will look like? I see a big RV and lots of travel.
Well, whatever those years look like will depend on how well we're prepared.
So we should start shopping now for the RV.
Not shopping, saving. We got to make a plan. Figure out where we are right now and where we want to be when the time comes. I want to make sure the family's covered and then we have the retirement of our dreams.
You mean the one with the big RV?
Or maybe the one where I buy a bass boat.
Whatever your dreams for retirement are, Woodman can help. Hi, I'm Jeff Sneed, your local Woodman of the World representative. Call me at 270-646-0354 for a free needs analysis. I'll help you evaluate your future financial needs and recommend solutions to get you there.
Insurance protection, financial security. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman, with you through life.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell a soul.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
DeAndre!
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
6:27. We have 65 degrees at the studios of WCLU this morning. In area funeral announcements at this hour, funeral services for Barbara Louise Bray, age 71 of Tompkinsville, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock at the Mount Poland Missionary Baptist Church. Burials to be in the Skaggs Creek Cemetery. Visitation is in progress at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Nanny Frances Pettigo, age 93, of Clinton, Tennessee, died Thursday in Tennessee. Funeral services for Nanny Frances Pettigo will be at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon at the Pleasant Hill Cemetery at Randolph. The A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Funeral services for Russell Duff Brown, Jr., age 70, of Edmonton, will be Monday at 1 p.m. at the Butler Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Metcalfe County Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be Sunday from 5 until 8 p.m. and Monday from 9 a.m. until time for service at the Butler Funeral Home. Funeral services for Cynthia Trudy Gertrude Wilburn Brock, age 53, will be held Saturday at 11 o'clock at the Ballou and Stotts Funeral Home. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. this afternoon at the Ballou and Stotts Funeral Home in Burkesville. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring.
65 degrees at 6:29 here at WCLU. Let's turn to local sports. Look at the scoreboard from last night. In boys soccer, Glasgow defeated Monroe County by a score of 9-0. In boys soccer today, Barron County High School will welcome LaRue County in the Trojan Classic. In girls soccer today, Barron County will welcome Warren Central in the Trojan Catholic. Volleyball from yesterday, Glasgow down Russellville, 2 sets, 25-13, 25-22. The JV team defeated Russellville in 2 sets, 21-15. There's a full slate of high school football games around the area this evening. Glasgow plays its second consecutive road game against Class 4A opponent when it travels to face Warren East. The Scotties fell to 3-1 last week after suffering a loss at Allen County, Scottsville, while the Raiders earned a victory over Edmonson County 1 week ago to improve to 3-1. Join Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune for pregame coverage beginning at 6:30 on Light 102.3, WCLU 1490, online at WCLUradio.com or play WCLU.com. Those attending the game in Bowling Green will be able to tune into the broadcast inside of the stadium only on WCLU Sports Plus at 97.3 FM. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Barron County opens district play tonight with a road game at Greenwood. The Trojans are 0-4 after last week's loss to Monroe County. The Gators come in at 1-3 after losing to Franklin Simpson in their last outing. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. Other high school football games around the area tonight. Caverna hosts Clinton County. Hart County entertains LaRue County. Edmonson County visits Medcalf County. Monroe County welcomes Campbellsville. Allen County Scottsville faces Pulaski County. Bowling Green is at home against Warren Central. And South Warren hosts Grayson County. And that's a check of local sports.
Citizens First Bank.
What we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
Well,
I love it.
I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
New BF Goodrich light truck or passenger tires and get a $50 MasterCard reward card after submission. Or buy a set of 4 new Michelin light truck or passenger tires and get a $70 MasterCard reward card after submission. It's that easy. Michelin, BF Goodrich, and BR Tire rewarding you for your loyalty. See dealer for details. Void where prohibited. On West Main in Glasgow and Lovers Lane in Bowling Green. Nobody keeps you rolling like BR Tire.
.634 WCLU, and one more morning where we get to have a wake-up call from a very special person in our past, and we've had a great week getting ready for the Harvest of History, and we've had lots of special guests here. Harvest of History, of course, starts tonight, 6 o'clock. Go to the Cultural Center, get your ticket, get on the bus, you go to the cemetery, and I can tell you, you're going to enjoy meeting some very, very special people. Now, I got to tell you, we also have a very special guest here on the radio this morning. We have a physician who is visiting with us today. It is Dr. Carter Westerfield Biggers. Doc, how you doing?
How is my great-great-grandson this morning?
Well, I'm doing good today. I've got a good start here. Friday is a busy time around the radio station, but I got to tell you, this is going to be fun. People are going to enjoy getting to meet you because, you know, the practice of medicine has evolved over a great number of years. You were involved in some of the beginning parts of healthcare in this part of the country.
Well, that's very true, but I can't take all the credit. See, my father was actually one of the first doctors in Barron County.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, his father came over here from Ireland in the late 1700s.
Uh-huh.
So I was a second-generation physician starting in 1865 all the way up to the day I died in 1933.
That's a very long and stellar career there, Doc.
Well, you know, I gained a lot of respect from people in the community, being a physician for 48 years, doing some of the good work and then doing some of the things that nobody else wants to do.
Yeah.
It's a rewarding profession, but you got to be built for it. A lot of bad things. You know, we didn't have a whole lot to work with in the way of technology back then.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of times it came down to the last resort, and the last resort's not anything pretty. I'm going to talk about this early in the morning.
That's right.
With the country ham breakfast still on the table, you know what I mean?
People are going to have to come up there to the cemetery tonight, go through the program, and hear what you have to say about some of these things that were necessary in the early years of healthcare, you know, and I think you kind of pioneered house calls, because I understand, Dr. Biggers, that you made house calls. People came to your house.
I mean, that's the way it was. I mean, people knew where the doctor was, and they would come to my house in the middle of the night. Or I'd have to go to their house in the middle of the night. But, you know, I rode a horse to get there, as people rode horses to get to me.
Yeah.
So now my son ended up being a doctor, too. Actually, both of my sons were, but Dr. Millard Fillmore, your great-granddaddy, he had a car. But now, I had the horse, he had the car. He said that you had to feed the car as much or more as you did the horse. So, you know, that was the early days of medicine, the early days of automobiles. You know, it's just a lot different these days, but I think folks are going to learn a lot about me and a lot about what the perspective that I can give you from being around in those times, some of the early days of this county.
Well, I know you got quite a story to tell, and And I know that you're going to be looking forward to seeing folks, and you want to invite as many people as can to come out for the Harvest of History, and you're going to learn a whole lot about our history. And I know, Dr. Biggers, that folks are going to enjoy hearing from you and getting the chance to find out how things were, sir. But I appreciate you visiting with us this morning.
Well, Henry, I'll tell you this, too. It may be the first time they've ever seen one of these. If you come out tonight and you get to meet me, you will be getting to meet one special individual. And I'll tell you why. I've got one thing about me that is very unique.
Yeah.
I was born in Monroe County, but I'm also a Democrat.
All right. That is, I guess, pretty much of a rarity, you think?
Very rare.
Back in the day, though, it wasn't too big of a deal.
Very rare. So, that's that may be enough for the ticket price alone.
Dr. Biggers, have a good day, sir, and we look forward to you opening up your vast knowledge of information and sharing with folks at the Harvest of History tonight and Saturday night. And that, of course, is you start off at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, and then you move forward to the cemetery and a whole lot of really interesting folks to celebrate with. Okay, Dr. Biggers, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Dr. Carter Westerfield Biggers, one of the folks that you're going to get a chance to meet at the Harvest of History tonight and tomorrow night. It's going to be fascinating. We'll check birthdays straight ahead.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
I'm here to announce the launch of McDonald's new signature sriracha sandwich, and they decided to turn it up. It's topped with crispy onions, fresh baby spinach, and kale. Onions and baby cream. That's not all. They decided to turn it up even more. They created an exclusive sriracha mac sauce with just the right kick of spice. Yeah, but it's here only for a limited time. The McDonald's signature sriracha sandwich. Where are you going?
Under 1010 West Main.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the store in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Boy, everybody's in a good mood today, and I got you get all these birthdays written down. We're going to share special folks on their special day. First of all, let me tell you about the Friday birthdays. We have a young gentleman to welcome to the teens. It is Carmelo Francis. Carmelo Francis is 13 today. Anthony Depp with a birthday, and let's see. We also have Annette Edmonds. Annette is 52, we understand. We have Leland Hogue, Cheyenne Bullington, Henry Jones. Margaret Walker is 86. Linda Bowles is 62. Megan Escamilla is 35 today. Sheila Huffman, Bill Buster, Betty Ellis, Mildred Shaw, Harold Landrum, Tamra Martin, Regina Murphy, David Moss, David Pennycuff, Charlotte Steenbergen, James Trigg Pace, Samantha McPherson, all with birthdays today. Anniversaries, we have the 45th anniversary of Ricky and Max Helen Prophet, number 45. I understand from the caller, 37 of those 45. Ricky has been a pastor. I'm sure that's been a wonderful, wonderful life. Happy 45th anniversary. Also today, it's a big 16th wedding anniversary wish going out to Adam and Laura Jenkins, number 16. And Willie and Sheila Bunch have a wedding anniversary today, too. Let me jump to Saturday. We have Doris Francis with a birthday, Diane Cloyd, Stuart Curley, Gary Wilson, Mason Deckard. It's Diane Harper's birthday on Saturday. Also, Lawrence Lessenberry. Lawrence is 61 tomorrow. We have Jeff Moore, Jules Searcy, Gail Smith, Sheila Jolly. We understand Sheila is going to be 56 on Saturday. Anniversaries, Doug and Martha Hawks, number 50, Glenn and Judy Reeves, Orville and Ruby Nunnally. That's Saturday.
Hey, before we get to Sunday,
yeah,
write this down for Friday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to James Gillentine.
Okay, James Gillentine.
And I'll get this next phone call.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. James Gillentine today. Now, we took care of Friday. We took care of Saturday. So now we're going to jump up here and talk about Sunday. How about Shirley Bacon? Shirley is 75 Sunday. Grace Hyde with a birthday. Twin brothers Michael Allen and Greg Allen on Sunday. Charlie Lowry, Howard Bull, Jacoby Botts, Mary Nunn, Krista Reese, 31 Sunday. Chastity Wyatt has a birthday on Sunday, an anniversary on Sunday for Randall and Francis Cash. Got something else up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday, Doris and Bernard Francis celebrating their wedding anniversary.
Okay, Doris and Bernard Francis, Saturday. Let me get over here and write that on there. Okay. So there we go. And thanks to Ralphie's Fun Center for coming up with a place to do birthdays, to have gatherings, get-togethers. You can have a small convention out there. You can do whatever because they do enjoy having company at Ralphie's Fun Center. All right, let's just go ahead and get started here with the archives, okay? Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
Hey, that guy that called in.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy I'm named after, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
You were named after Dr. Carter Westerfield Biggers. Awesome. It's
Well, it's good to hear from him.
Yeah, seemed like he's had an interesting life and an interesting career. I'm kind of anxious to ask him a few things that I've heard as rumors.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. I got to get my notes out here and think about it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So now Wes is going to join me, and we're going to do the archives. This is where we go back in time. And the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, we are really enjoying history from every angle possible around here, with the harvest of history, and of course all the archivists do the digging.
Sometimes we go back even further than 100 years.
That's right, we do, way back. So let's see. Let me just for the sake of making sure everybody knows what we're doing, I'm going to chime in one more time with our archive theme. And a great big thank you to Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. They let us celebrate history, and they're mighty good folks out there, too. A well-run business that takes care of a lot of people. A lot of people depend on Joseph A. Wade. 100 years ago, this was in the Glasgow Times, September of 1917. This is the story of William Amos, the 13-year-old son of Mr. and Mrs. Henry Amos, who lived near Cave City. Well, it seems that young William was kicked above the eye by a mule Wednesday afternoon.
Not good at all.
Although the boy had a pretty narrow escape, no very serious injuries were sustained other than the severe gash over his eye. I think that's a severe injury.
I mean, that's still coming away pretty lucky.
Yeah, well, it really is,
That could have been worse. I mean, could have been a concussion,
Could have lost an eye.
A horse is not anything to mess with. You never want to get behind one when he's mad.
Well, this was actually a mule, which is no better.
Sorry.
They have strong, they're very strong.
That wouldn't be any better.
No, it's you couldn't tell the difference, I don't think. But anyway, hopefully young William Amos got along all right after that big run-in with the mule out there at the Cave City. 1927. This is an interesting way to approach a problem. A lot of times, these days they put smoke and mirrors and try to powder over any problems like this, but these folks in 1927 were just honest about it. All the road work in the county, except emergency work, has ceased because the county is out of funds and intends keeping within its budget. And at the same time, reduce the county indebtedness of $92 million.
$92 million?
Well,
in 27?
Yeah, I think Ray Green actually is the archivist from 27. In parentheses, he says, I think this may be an error. I think it is, Ray. But anyway, it's they have indebtedness there. Dispute as to how much, but nonetheless, they're going to try to reduce it by just not running it up anymore. The county teams have been sold, and the expense of maintaining them has been saved. Did you hear that? They sold the mules that were as a
They
part.
were kicking everybody in the eye.
Yeah, that's right. So what they did is they said, "Hey, we can't afford to do any road work, so we're certainly going to start by selling our road work equipment, also known as the mules, and the expense of maintaining them saved. Translate the cost of feed." 1927. But that's pretty responsible, you think? We have no more money, so we're going to spend no more money.
Well, there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
Yes, fiscally responsible, but are you still doing what you need to do for your citizens?
Well,
sometimes you can't just try to end your debt. You got to provide the service that is needed to be provided.
Well, that continues to be debated.
So,
1937, we have an advertisement for a store known as Watson's. This is the ad for Watson's, the store that is always full of bargains.
Hey, Dad, can I cut in one quick?
Yeah.
Before, I just got a message from our current judge executive.
Uh-huh.
He says he'd be in a straitjacket if we owed $92 million.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No,
Thank you, Michael. That was funny.
No mule feed would catch. Dropping the mule feed wouldn't catch us up at that rate.
Nope.
That was always good to hear the judge chime in on that because those kind of things. We learn lessons from things in the past. I don't know how you could spend $92 million in 1927.
I'm sure it was like $92,000.
Yeah.
That's still a lot back then.
It is. So now let me tell you about 1937, this advertisement for Watson's, the store that is always full of bargains. Children's white slippers, 45 cents a pair. Boys' sweaters, 15 cents. Men's work shoes, $1.94 a pair. Ladies' sport coats, 74 cents. And school pencils, 3 for 5 cents.
Wow.
Talk about a variety store there. Everything from sweaters and coats to pencils. At Watson's, 1937.
How long did Watson's stay in business? Do you remember?
No, because that's a different Watson's.
Okay, it's a different one.
Yeah, it's just a common name of things that weren't related.
We ought to do a segment called "When People Under 35 Try to Do the Archives."
Well, that would be it could be humorous. 1947, I like this story. This is from Fountain Run, Kentucky. The busiest spot in town these days is Gillies, the new barber shop. It has been 10 years since Fountain Run has had a full-time barber, and hair can grow very long in 10 years.
Yeah.
I love the humor. Undoubtedly, that had to be in the Glasgow Republican, and that's true that it was. A little humor there. Yeah, 10 years of no haircuts makes it pretty unique for that community. Here we go to 1957. The beautiful lawn of Mr. and Mrs. Randolph Wilson Sr. in Trigg Court was the scene Thursday evening of the September meeting of the Business and Professional Women's Club, and a delicious potluck supper was enjoyed.
Was that Aunt Juice?
Yeah, no, that's her mother-in-law.
Okay.
And that is.
That'd be your great.
No, you don't. Okay. You don't want me to get that family tree out right there. I'd get you real confused.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is, it's a beautiful lawn, and what a special way for the September Business and Professional Women's Club to meet outside on the lawn. A style show was presented for pleasure of the ladies, with the following members very capably handling the modeling: Mrs. Robert Biggers, Mrs. Louie Nunn, Susie Aspley, Jenny Lou Nunn, Mrs. Jewel Bowden, Dorothy Bowden, Miss Louise Thomerson, Miss Virgie Neely, Martha Sue Atkinson, and Lucy Porter Bunch. Lovely ladies in the style show in 1957.
Some prominent names.
That's right, down there for the BPW Club's meeting, 1957.
Still going on now. They got that arts and crafts show coming up.
That's right. Everybody looks forward to that one, too. While I'm doing some name dropping here, let me tell you about the 1967 homecoming candidates for Glasgow High School homecoming. The candidates for this year's homecoming are Sue Bird, Vicki Settles, Beth Bradshaw, Peggy Muckler, Debbie Borders, Theresa Lindsay, Debbie Bull, and Sally Grissom. Now, those are lovely ladies right there, each and every one of them.
What school was that?
Glasgow High School. Homecoming, 1967. All right.
You got your pencil down there?
I do.
Write down Hickory Johnson today.
Okay.
He's 3.
Is he really? Boy, that little fella is growing up.
Good-looking little boy.
All right.
Probably will be a musician. What
Could
do you
be.
think?
Well, I think it runs in the family. All right. Now, let me do this. Let me go to 1977. We've got, talked about some lovely gals in 1967. Well, here in 1977, it was lovely gals, but this was the Barron County Junior Miss contestants announced. And here we go. For 1977, Janet Briggs, Renee Richardson, Jennifer Tooley, Diane Whitlow, Julie Hanson, Donna McCubbin, Karen Parker, Wanda Sherfy, Cindy Toms, and Kathy Williams. Some lovely gals, and what a great program pageant that was for a number of years. The Barron County Junior Miss.
That's good stuff.
1987, Wandering Woods. This day was completing its first season under a new owner, Leo and Donnie Hogan. It was host to the 1987 family picnic for the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce. That is a very thoughtful way to do that, to have the picnic over at Wandering Woods. Beautiful place. Yeah. And, it's good to be creative.
Speaking of Hogan, Tony Hogan's going to be sponsoring the archives starting next week.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's probably related to Leo Hogan.
Probably so.
Possibly so. All right, this day in 1997, 8 Barron County bus drivers were honored by the Barron County Board of Education of Pupil Transportation for perfect attendance during the 96-97 school year. You know, that means a lot. Mm-hmm. Think about it. If the bus driver can't go, then a whole lot of other folks can't go too. So here with perfect attendance in 1997, it was David Harvey, Curtis Francis, Kay Romer. Also, we had Carol Smith, Roy Francis, Susan Jackson, Charlotte Varney, and Bobby Edmonds. Thank you, bus drivers there, for getting the kids to school.
Perfect attendance.
And for being dependable. That's pretty sharp.
I think I had the best bus driver ever, Charles Gupton.
Yeah, he was
great.
Good bus driver. He paid attention to what he was doing. Huh?
He pulled right up to the front door, just about.
That's right. He's
great.
Knew how to drop you off. And finally, 10 years ago, 2007, Cave City Good Old Days will be held Friday and Saturday, September the 21st and the 22nd. You got to like that terminology there. Good old days.
That was back in the good old days.
That's right. We always celebrate. It's the Archives on WCLU, brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Thanks to all the folks who make this a most enjoyable part of our day. And we learn a whole lot about our history there, from, very much responsible bus drivers to, going back to Watson's, going back to kids getting kicked by a mule. Just a whole lot of stuff.
I'm glad we do it.
We'll do it again on Monday, 6:57.
Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, challenges, dreams for the future? At Modern Woodman, our goal is to help you plan for your financial security. Our representatives are people you can trust to help bring your dreams to life. Modern Woodman can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement.
I am Anthony Might, your Modern Woodman of America rep for South Central Kentucky. Call me today at 427-6807.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Life is made of connections between people, places, ideas, and information. From across the globe to the palm of your hand. With a nationwide network that goes where you go and 4G LTE advanced data that travels at your speed, Bluegrass Cellular strives to connect in more ways. With the community, with the world, and most importantly, with you. Connect with us at your nearest Bluegrass Cellular location or visit bluegrasscellular.com anytime. Bluegrass Cellular, within reach.
We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dense fog advisory is in effect here this morning. Visibility is reduced to less than a quarter mile in spots, so use caution out there on the roadways while driving. Fog will lift to a mix of clouds and sun today. Temperatures climbing up in to the low to mid 80s this afternoon, so right about where we should be this time of year. Mainly clear tonight, overnight low near 60. Mostly sunny skies and warm both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures both afternoons in the low to mid 80s. Sunny and warm again Monday, middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
65 degrees this morning. We got about, let's see, what was it? We got about 0.14 of an inch of rain yesterday. Barometer now is up above 30 inches again. It's 30.03, and looks like we're going to have a pleasant weekend. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank. You know, Jimmy Holloway down at...
Are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parrish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Today, we are patting on the back by special request Doug and Martha Hawks. We're doing so because Doug and Martha celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Now, let's see here. I've got down one place, I've got a 50th anniversary, and I think that's what it is. It's their 50th anniversary tomorrow for Doug and Martha Hawks. So if you see Doug and or Martha Hawks around today, you pat them on the back and tell them they're good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Fire Pit Spirits
Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
A hometown.
222 West Washington Street here in Glasgow.
Thank you, Tracy. 7:04. Let me shore up a couple of things, and then we're going to play trivia today. Here we go. First of all, to today's birthday list, I have a grandfather and grandson celebrating. Wayne Jones. Wayne is having a birthday today, and so is his grandson, Andrew Jones. So big congratulations to Wayne and Andrew Jones today. Now on Saturday, let's say happy wedding anniversary to William and Linda Wheeler. It is their 40th anniversary tomorrow. And then on Sunday, William's going to be 61 on Sunday. So he's got a double whammy this weekend. I want to be sure and get that mentioned. And, of course, we told you during the archives it's James Gillantine's birthday. Let's do a little bit from Extreme, and then we're going to play trivia.
There are people just like you who are reaching their own level of success every day on the Extreme Fitness campus, just like Amanda.
My name is Amanda Hamilton. I've been a member at Extreme since around August. When going to Extreme, it's not like you're going to walk into any other gym where it feels like you're walking into a franchise. They know your name and they know what you do for a living, so it's almost like you're walking into your second family.
Amanda is passionate about competitive bodybuilding, so she enjoys having Extreme blends, healthy smoothies, and more right there at Extreme Health Club.
I will, after a workout, go and get a smoothie from them, because they can add the protein and aminos and things like that's really important to recover after your workout.
To sum it all up, Amanda says, the Extreme Fitness campus really does offer everything, no matter who you are.
I think it's just having the options in fitness. It's kind of your fitness.
To learn more, go to extremeky.com.
They offer everything you could need in fitness.
Friday morning trivia, local trivia on Friday morning. Let's ask the question, you provide the answer. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Friday, local trivia, Harvest of History coming up tonight at the Glasgow Cemetery. While you're at the cemetery, you may see these columns over there in the Veterans Memorial. Big, tall columns, 2 of them. And I want to know what business in town that these 2 columns were originally located. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Trivia.
New Farmers National Bank.
That is going to get it. Who is this speaking?
Tommy Jackson.
Now, Tommy, how did you know that?
Well, I just remember when that was done. Of course, I was in the banking business. And,
yes, sir.
And when New Farmers moved out to the new location on Columbia Avenue, then they closed that branch, I believe, ran for a little while, but then they remodeled it at a later date. Donated those.
Those are beautiful columns, and I was in a conversation yesterday where some folks were talking about those columns, and if you stand there and look at it, several folks are, I guess, bewildered about how they ever put them up there. It must have been a tedious operation.
It would have been. I don't remember, because they weigh several ton, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's right. Got to have several folks to help put it up there.
You're right.
But it makes for, I was in preparing for today, I was reading some things that folks had written about it, and it certainly is a really nice focal point as you drive through the gate of the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery.
It is, and a beautiful cemetery.
There's no question about it, and these columns up there really set off that whole veterans area, which is a nice thing indeed. All right, Tommy, you have jumped in here.
One side note.
Yes, sir. I take side notes all day.
Okay. You gave a birthday of James Trigg Pace.
Uh-huh.
And he is 97 years young today.
And what a fine gentleman. I didn't have a number on his birthday, but I know Mr. Pace to know that he wouldn't mind us telling him that he was 97 today.
That's correct. So he's doing well.
Well, good. That's good to know. Will you beam out a happy birthday to Mr. Pace? And I hope a lot of folks get to go by and wish him so.
Okay.
Tommy, and you come by, we'll send you up to Extreme. You can at least get a smoothie, you think?
I think so. Thank you, Henry.
See you, Tommy. Bye-bye. Bye. All right, Tommy Jackson. From a lot of angles, he knew that one. Big time. There's columns at the cemetery. The columns at the cemetery were originally in front of the New Farmers Bank, which in some of the information I was looking at, I think before that it was like Farmers National Bank or something like that. But nonetheless, they're in the cemetery now, and we look forward to having a lot of folks up there for the Harvest of History. 7:09, thanks to Extreme, we enjoy trivia.
CBS News special report. More than a dozen people injured in an explosion on a subway platform in the UK.
Lots of people shocked and tearful and screaming.
Live to London and CBS's Vicky Barker.
Deborah, British police say they are treating this as a terror incident. 18 injuries reported, but ambulance crews say none serious or life-threatening. There are reports a white plastic container with wires sticking out of it caught fire. Witnesses describe seeing a flash of light, then an explosion. A number of the injured have facial burns. Now, this happened at the height of the morning rush hour at London's Parsons Green station. The train was packed, the station platform narrow. Scenes of panic as terrified passengers scrambled for the single exit. Reports a number of people crushed in that avalanche. Deborah?
British Prime Minister Theresa May will lead a national security meeting in London today. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
65 degrees. We can't wrap up trivia without a little information I just got from Terry Houch. And Terry says that in a conversation with Mr. Worthy Britt, Mr. Britt, of course, the cemetery sexton up there for a great number of years, Mr. Britt told Terry that those columns were put up by John Botts. John Botts put up those columns and said that after he got them up there, Mr. Botts stood on top of one of them and danced a little jig, which sounds pretty scary to me, but I think it also showed the confidence with which he mounted those columns up there, Mr. John Botts. I'm going to get the right word out here. Mr. John Botts up at the cemetery. I thank Terry Houchin for sharing that this morning.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Munfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services are
Experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough, and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can, before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow! Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
He can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7:14, 65 degrees. This is the Live and Local 7 o'clock morning edition. Let's begin with our top story at 7. Here's News Director Angela Briggs.
I've got a very, very special guest with me on the phone today. Caverna High School, proud Caverna High graduate, I'll say. A Horse Cave native, born and raised, hometown hero, hometown musician, the very famous and very marvelous, I'll add too, Ned Hill. How you doing, Ned?
I'm doing fine with that fine exaggerated description, but I'll take it.
That was an excellent intro, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I need to hire you.
There you go. Just email me at. So now, are you born and raised in Horse Cave?
Well, actually, I was actually born in Memphis, Tennessee, but I was we moved to Horse Cave when I was 4, around. Oh, good gracious, 1963. So raised in Horse Cave. Horse Cave's my home. Horse Cave's my heart. And went to Horse Cave Elementary and Caverna High School. And I'm a proud native of Horse Cave and Cave City and Caverna. So I'm proud to be from there.
Now, how long have you been playing music?
Oh gosh. Well, I started kind of late. I didn't really pick up my first guitar till I was 26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and just, kind of had an epiphany of this is what I wanted to do, even though I'd never picked up a guitar. And my brother was having some success in his band, Government Cheeseback. They were just starting and getting rolling, and it always kind of been in the back of my mind, but I guess they kind of inspired me to pursue it. I didn't really know I'd still be pursuing it, but it kind of gets in your system. And so it's, gosh.
Several years.
I played my first show when I was 30, to tell you the truth.
Oh, wow.
And, but I was playing in the band in a band called the Blue Cha-Chas in the Bowling Green area in the early 90s. So in the early 90s to this point, that's how long I've been going.
Now, you play all over the country now, am I correct? It's not just in Kentucky or Tennessee.
Well, I have played around with the now, well, it's not a defunct band, but the one, Ned Van Gogh, that is kind of on a hiatus right now. I have played, I played up in the Northeast, Detroit, North Carolina, South Carolina, and been to Texas several times. As far west, I haven't been, further west than say St. Louis. So, from the Mississippi on this side, going east, I guess is where I played.
You play where it matters.
Yeah. Not, I wouldn't say all over the country. I would say about half the country that I've played in.
You're at least halfway there.
Yeah, that's right. I got to take care of that other half of the country.
So now folks can actually come and see you at the Horse Cave Heritage Festival this Saturday.
That's right, yeah. We'll be playing at 6 o'clock Saturday, I believe, on the west stage. and I'm bringing. I've got a new. It won't actually officially be released till the first of the year, but I've actually got some product here. But I'll be bringing my new solo CD with me, and be playing a lot of songs off of that. So, and I'm bringing the guys who played on the record with me. So, should be a good time, and I'm looking forward to it.
So now folks can come hear you play. They can come see you after the show. Folks that maybe you went to high school with or you grew up with. You'd love to see them all.
Sure. I forget names sometime, and I can see it. If I wasn't up there playing, they'd probably forget my name too. But yeah, I see. Always run into people I haven't seen in years, and that's always a treat to see them, and kind of catching up a little bit. So yeah, I've got still have a lot of friends and of course family there, and in Horse Cave, so it's always a good time getting back.
And can you tell the listeners why it's so important to support local music? When folks like this come together for a Heritage Festival, it is so crucial that they have the support. Why is that?
Well, you have to have the support, and and especially with like the Horse Cave Festival, and it's been going. I don't know how many years it's been going, but so they've gotten some. Obviously they've gotten some support, but they need that support to keep going. And artists like me who play mostly original music, we have to have that support to keep going and keep creating. And hopefully we're doing things that people will grab onto and like. And the support is everything. If you don't have the support, you don't have a career. You don't have festivals. So yes, it is important.
And where can folks find out more about you and your music?
You can find me. Any of the Ned Van Gogh list of records that I have can be found on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and all the streaming services. I will continue to keep doing that music as well. CD Baby is another place, but and you can find me on Facebook. It's not hard. If you Google Ned Hill or Ned Van Gogh, you'll find.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, all right, Ned. So we'll see you Saturday again. That's at 6 o'clock, Horse Cave Heritage Festival. You'll be on the West Stage.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ned.
All right, Angela. Thank you.
Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Some people struggle with eating when they have tooth problems, but Carl Richardson of Summershade could eat.
No, I usually could eat about anything, but it was hard to eat. Okay. That was the problem.
So how did this problem happen?
Well, I had an auto accident about 40 years ago. I never got them fixed. Well, I did get it fixed, but it was just a temporary thing in there.
Temporary?
Well, I knew it was going to have to be done, but I was putting it off until something happened.
Something did happen.
I think that was biting into something. Well, it broke off.
So Carl turned to Dr. Jim Thurman at Glasgow Dental Care and found out what he'd been missing.
I should have done it a long time ago, but everything comes together the way it should.
Dental implants were a great choice. Dr. Thurman and his staff developed treatment plans to install dental implants. Everything was explained. The staff was friendly and caring, and it made his life much simpler. In fact, he sums it up this way.
Oh, yes, this is great.
Don't put it off any longer. Glasgow Dental Care. Doctors Thurman, Cassidy, and Riley.
In more local news at this hour, the Barron County Board of Education took a meeting yesterday, and they voted to take the 4% increase in taxes, which will amount to an increase of 2.5 cents per $100 of assessed value. Superintendent Bo Matthews says the tax rates are based on projections calculated by the Kentucky Department of Education. Here's Bo Matthews with News Director Angela Briggs.
Okay, last night members of the Board of Education met at the central office to conduct the September board meeting. There were a number of items discussed related to the CTE project. These were value-added change orders. The board took action to approve those, and this still maintains a healthy balance in the contingency fund of the project. So we're watching our dollars very carefully in the CTE project, and feel like we're still on schedule to have that work completed for our students to begin to utilize for the next school year.
The CTE project is scheduled to be complete by the 2018-19 school year. There's been a tremendous growth in preschool enrollment this year. So far, 351 students are enrolled in preschool. That's up 50 from last year. Cheyenne Fant says the start of this school year has been fantastic as far as nutrition services is concerned.
At the Board of Education meeting last night, Nutrition Services, along with special programs and the district-wide wellness committee, asked for approval of our new wellness policy, and it includes updates that were suggested by KDE and our other members of our wellness committee to make improvements of our policy, and then we'll evaluate the policies and look at how our compliance goes after Christmas. So we're excited about making those changes that will make good choices for our staff and our students. In Nutrition Services, we actually had a fantastic start to school. This is the time of year when we can look at those first month projections to see how our participation is going to be, and we were so excited when we looked at the numbers. Just at a quick glance, our high school actually tripled their breakfast participation, increasing 221%. Our middle school did almost the same. They doubled their breakfast participation, and we all know that students who eat breakfast at school actually perform better academically. So this is a great thing for our students. And
new vans for the JROTC and athletic departments were ready to roll, and 4 new substitute drivers have been trained and ready to go as well. The 2017 Technology Activity Report was approved by the board. The report, which details the technology purchases from the previous year and details the unmet needs, which will determine the amount of assistance needed from the state. An Edmonson County man has been indicted on child porn charges. That's 56-year-old Howard Baird of Brownsville, who was charged with 4 counts of using a minor to exchange in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing visual depictions of the conduct, and 1 count of possessing child pornography that had been transported in interstate commerce by any means, including by computer. According to the indictment, the activity took place between May of 2009 and May of 2015 in Edmonson County. If convicted at trial, Baird faces a sentence of no less than 15 years and no more than 30 years for each of the counts 1 through 4, and no more than 10 years in prison for count 5. Further, penalties include up to a life term of supervised release and a fine of up to $1.25 million. The case is being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the investigation is being handled by the Department of Homeland Security and Edmonson County Sheriff's Office with assistance from the Bowling Green Police Department. This case was brought as part of the Project Safe Childhood, a nationwide initiative launched in May 2006 by the Department of Justice to combat the epidemic of child sexual exploitation. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet is asking the Commonwealth's art teachers and students to get started on this year's Adopt a Highway art contest and submit their entries before the deadline, which is October 31st. The Adopt a Highway program's art contest is held annually to increase public awareness about the damaging effects of litter, change attitudes and behavior about littering, and educate Kentuckians about the Adopt a Highway program. For more details about the art contest, just go to transportation.ky.gov/adopt-a-highway. The Horse Cave Heritage Festival begins today with the opening ceremony at 4:30 p.m. in downtown Horse Cave. There will be 2 music stages tonight and all day tomorrow beginning at 11 a.m. Those featured are Night Falls Coming, Jason Evans, Ned Hill, The Unpredictables, Arthur Hatfield and Buck Creek, the Jenny Roads, and more. Then on Saturday, there will be an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, car, truck, and bike show, and chatting on the porch about local topics at the Thomas House. There will be a chalk art competition on Water Street. Registration begins at 3 p.m. on Saturday. For more details, you can just search Horse Cave Heritage Festival on Facebook. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
It's a 62-acre farm to be sold this Saturday morning at 10 o'clock by Elmore Realty and Auction. Cropland, pasture, buildings, and barns, including a nice 3-bedroom home. Tract number 1 is nearly 31 acres with 1,200 feet of road frontage. This tract features a 3-bedroom home with 1 full bath, eat-in kitchen, central heat and air. Also featuring a 60 by 74 stock barn with a loft, a 50 by 60 metal shop building that's extra nice. Tract 2 is about 27 acres with 750 feet of road frontage, level cropland, and a pond. And tract number 3 is 4.5 acres with 820 feet of road frontage. Could be a nice building tract. This property is located at 221 Atkinson Road, just off Lion School Road near Temple Hill and Etoile. Get more information and a full brochure at elmoreauction.com. See you Saturday morning at 271 Atkinson Road, a 62-acre farm in 3 tracts. Elmore Realty and Auction. Michael Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Paul Miles. Governor Bevin wants to change Kentucky's constitution so that governors could choose their own attorney general. Haley Hansen reports.
The comment came at a meeting of the Kentucky chapter of the Federalist Society. Bevin claims it's unproductive to have an attorney general and governor who disagree so profoundly on issues. He suggests the state should consider changing the Constitution to let a governor appoint his own attorney general. Bevin's suggestion comes in the midst of yet another potential lawsuit against him from acting Attorney General Andy Beshear, who sued the governor 4 times for his use of executive authority. I'm Haley Hansen.
The sheriff in Whitley County says there have been no arrests, but there are persons of interest in the murders of a couple and their teenage son.
We don't feel like that it is the individuals are in this area now. That is our feeling. That's our take on it.
Sheriff Colin Harrell tells WKYT it appears all 3 victims were strangled. The country music world honors Troy Gentry. Musicians gathered at the Grand Ole Opry to pay tribute to the singer who was killed last week in a helicopter crash. Vince Gill.
How much I admired watching Troy and Eddie when they would hit this stage, whether it was here or the Ryman, and how many people you could tell came just to see them.
Troy Gentry was a Lexington native and one half of the country music duo Montgomery Gentry. He was 50 years old. A former Kentucky judge is facing more criminal charges in a human trafficking case that prosecutors now say involved 22 alleged victims. The Attorney General's office says Tim Nolan was indicted by a Campbell County grand jury on 8 additional felony counts. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Would you bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Let's turn to local sports. Look at the scoreboard from last night. In boys soccer, Glasgow defeated Monroe County by a score of 9-0. In boys soccer today, Barron County High School will welcome LaRue County in the Trojan Classic. In girls soccer today, Barron County will welcome Warren Central in the Trojan Catholic. Volleyball from yesterday, Glasgow downed Russellville 2 sets, 25-13, 25-22. The JV team defeated Russellville in 2 sets, 21-15. There's a full slate of high school football games around the area this evening. Glasgow plays its second consecutive road game against Class 4A opponent when it travels to face Warren East. The Scotties fell to 3-1 last week after suffering a loss at Allen County, Scottsville, while the Raiders earned a victory over Edmonson County 1 week ago to improve to 3-1. Join Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Trabue for pregame coverage beginning at 6:30 on Light 102.3, WCLU 1490, online at WCLUradio.com or play WCLU.com. Those attending the game in Bowling Green will be able to tune into the broadcast inside of the stadium only on WCLU Sports Plus at 97.3 FM. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Barron County opens district play tonight with a road game at Greenwood. The Trojans are 0-4 after last week's loss to Monroe County. The Gators come in at 1-3 after losing to Franklin Simpson in their last outing. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. Other high school football games around the area tonight. Caverna hosts Clinton County. Hart County entertains LaRue County. Edmonson County visits Medcalf County. Monroe County welcomes Campbellsville. Allen County Scottsville faces Pulaski County. Bowling Green is at home against Warren Central. And South Warren hosts Grayson County. And that's a check of local sports.
We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell a soul.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
DeAndre!
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet,
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Anytime. Bluegrass Cellular. Within reach.
737 WCLU. We better take a look at how things are going to shape up for the weekend. And they are shaping up. This weather update brought to you this morning by Southern States.
If you're a worker, a fixer, a grower, or a doer, then you need to know that Southern States is ready for you. Stop in at our Glasgow location, 300 Sampson Street, for all of your lawn and garden needs, including different varieties of yard fescue seed, lawn food and fertilizer, garden seeds of every variety, and some starter plants. Also, be sure to check out Southern States in Horse Cave, located at 1104 South Dixie Street, and be sure to check out our greenhouse, where we have both perennial and annual flowers. Bring a pickup truck or a trailer and stock up on bulk mulch. It's barbecue season, so check out the Holland Grills and Green Eggs for all of your grilling needs. And when it comes to farm maintenance, check out our fencing supplies. We offer fence chargers, insulators, wires, and posts. For all your springtime, lawn, garden, and farm needs, that's Southern States at 300 Sampson Street, Glasgow, and 1104 South Dixie Street, Horse Cave.
Foggy start here to our Friday morning. In fact, a dense fog advisory is in effect this morning, with fog reducing visibilities to less than a quarter mile in spots. Fog will lift to a mix of clouds and sun today. It'll be warm, high about 83. Mainly clear skies tonight, overnight low around 60. Sunny and warm for the weekend. Should be a couple of nice days if you have some outdoor plans. We're in the low to mid 80s both Saturday and Sunday. More sunshine, warm temperatures Monday, highs middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Still got some reduced visibility out at the Glasgow airport. I think it's going to burn off pretty quickly here this morning, though. But let's plan accordingly and get where we need to be safely. 65 degrees, weather brought to you by Southern States.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
You're watching WCLU's Live and Local Morning Show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
Consequences of sinful or foolish actions, but can find no way to do so. So it is that we must make God's Word the standard by which decisions are made, or we will suffer for our own foolishness. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny. It's right now 7:41, 19 before 8 o'clock. Ralphie's Fun Center makes having a birthday party fun. And, you know, whether you got just a few or a whole big bunch, Ralphie's has the room. They have the space. They have the fun stuff to do. And it's all very well done, very modern facility at Ralphie's Fun Center. Regardless of what your get-together needs are, get it together and talk to Ralphie's Fun Center. They know how to do fun. In fact, they specialize in it. Got a father and son tag team on the birthday list. Or actually, it's a grandfather and grandson. It's Wayne Jones and Andrew Jones celebrating birthdays today. James Gillentine, Carmelo Francis, welcome to the teens, 13. Anthony Depp, Annette Edmonds is 52. Leland Hogue, Cheyenne Bullington, Henry Jones, Margaret Walker is 86. Linda Bowles is 62. Megan Escamilla is 35. Sheila Huffman, Bill Buster, Betty Ellis, Mildred Shaw, Harold Landrum, Tamara Martin, Regina Murphy, David Moss, David Pennycuff, Charlotte Steenbergen. Mr. James Trigg Pace is 97 today. Samantha McPherson with a birthday today. 45th anniversary for Ricky and Max Helen Prophet. 16th anniversary for Adam and Laura Jenkins. And Willie and Sheila Bunch. with an anniversary today, too. Saturday, we've got Diane Cloyd celebrating, Stuart Curley, Gary Wilson, Mason Deckard, Diane Harper, Lawrence Lessenberry. We also have Jeff Moore, Jewel Searcy, Gail Smith. Sheila Jolly is going to be 56 on Sunday. 40th anniversary Sunday for William and Linda Wells. Doris and Bernard Francis have their 11th anniversary on Saturday. Orville and Ruby Nunley, Glenn and Judy Reeves, Doug and Martha Hawks. It's number 50 for the Hawks on Saturday. Now let's get over here and talk about Sunday. William Wheeler, remember William who had an anniversary tomorrow? Well, on Sunday, William's going to be 61. Congratulations. We also have Chastity Wyatt with a birthday. Krista Reese is 31. Mary Nunn on Sunday. Jacoby Botts, Howard Bull, Charlie Lowry. Twin brothers Michael Allen and Greg Allen. Grace Hyde. Shirley Bacon. Shirley is 75 Sunday. And Randall and Francis Cash have a wedding anniversary on Sunday. My goodness. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online at WCLUradio.com.
This is Gay. Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my Danny a call.
Is the well-established hub of state-of-the-art car repairs, accessories, tires, and, coming soon, a revolutionary opportunity that will let you avoid costly out-of-pocket repair bills. Whitty's Muffler and Alignment, celebrating 44 years and looking forward to many more.
Indeed, indeed. How about today, or actually Sunday, being the 38th, that's the 38th birthday of Byron Logston on Sunday. Want to be sure and get caught up there. Now, since we're caught up and actually have this thing on basically a fairly good timing pattern.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
It's tidbit news from around the world and up the street, Wes, as we wrap up some tidbits here for the weekend.
It's been a good week for him, I know that.
It has been, and I got to tell you, Angela is not here today. She's at the chamber breakfast, but I can tell you this, she's going to be really aggravated because of the fact that we have enough information to actually play the theme song. Dumb criminals. Dumb criminals. Tidbit exposés that prove crime doesn't pay. Dumb criminals. Yeah, they've been on hiatus here, but they're coming back out a little bit.
That's some wonderful singing right there.
Yeah, you like that, do you? Right off key. Well, not Gail Berry. She was on key, as always. I was off key.
Was that Gail?
It was. She's a musician, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to do some dumb criminal in here. This story, first of all, is out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Listen to this one. A former administrative assistant to an Arkansas county official has pleaded guilty to fraudulent use of a credit card after prosecutors accused her of using public money to buy personal items, including a tuxedo for her pet pug. Now, you know, it's one thing if you need, you know, rations or something, but the pet pug needs a new tux.
Did it come out of the beautification budget?
I must say, that's right. The, the Garden Club funds. Krista Goss is her name. That's Krista Goss. She was set for trial this week, but went ahead and entered a guilty plea instead. I mean, how can you, step around that tuxedo thing?
We hear more and more about all this, fraudulent use of municipal money. It's just crazy. There was a story on that a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yeah. Well, it happens, and it gets lots of coverage. This lady was accused of fraudulently charging $200,000 to a Garland County credit card on purchases, including that dog tuxedo, along with a diamond bracelet.
Oh, wow.
Tickets to Arkansas Razorback sporting events, Go Hogs, sequined throw pillows, and pet insurance.
Pet insurance?
Pet insurance.
Really?
The Sentinel newspaper reports that Miss Goss is going to be sentenced on November the 22nd. So that's not a real smart thing to do. In fact, it's dumb. Another one.
What do you get for pet insurance?
Well, I don't know. You just
what's the coverage?
I don't know. I don't have pet insurance, so I don't know what it is. But it's something. Okay. Second tidbit news story with dumb criminals involved. This is out in California. Police say a man with a knife tried to rob a Southern California pizza restaurant this week, but his timing was way off. Just a few hours before that he showed up, burglars had already broken in and made off with $1,500. In fact, the owner was still cleaning up from that burglary when the second guy came in and demanded money.
Imagine the guy working in the store. It's just not his day.
The owner flagged down a police officer. Police say the 19-year-old suspect did not listen to the officer's order to give himself up, and he fought with the officer, arriving briefly, but until he was subdued. So that's kind of the problem there. If you go in, you got to make sure, I don't know how you double check and see if anybody's been recently robbed, but
you would think once you're robbed that day that you're probably good the rest of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably have it. I'd probably be tempted to lock the front door and say we're closed today. I don't want any more of this, But nonetheless, that's what we have in a couple of. Those are fairly dumb stories, don't you think?
Real dumb, especially buying a diamond bracelet. And pet insurance.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to incriminate. I don't want to make fun of anybody that sells pet insurance, but I don't know anything about it, and I don't know what she's insured against. But this is a gruesome thing to say, but if the dog does pass away, he's got a nice suit to wear to his funeral.
Hey, how about a 10th life for your cat?
That's right.
Or if you have a pet duck. We've got low deductibles.
You got to get a hold of that snare drum. All right, so
how do people get so dumb?
Well, it builds and builds and builds.
And the other thing, I don't know if it's like dumb criminal. I guess if you try to rob anywhere in Southern California with a knife, you're dumb.
Yeah.
But to me, the interesting part of that is, all right, I was robbed once today. What are you doing here? At that point, I think I'd have just gone at the guy with the knife and said, look, not today, buddy. I've already had enough.
What makes this place so attractive anyway? To all y'all
There must be really good pizza.
Must be. Say, if that's the consolation prize. What? No money? Well, just give me a large pepperoni, beef, and onion. There you go.
Where are we going with this?
That's the outro to Dumb Criminals. That's a song called Dumbhead.
Who sang that?
I don't know. It was. I can look it up, but I can't remember who sang it. It wasn't a big hit. It just works for me.
Sounds like a 1960-something Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's probably something. Probably something more original, like Shelley Fabares or something. Okay. That's it for the week.
All right.
Tidbit News. Back in 1978, Bobby Wilson started Wilson's Cabinet Shop in Glasgow. Also there from day one was a very young craftsman, Bobby's son, Wayne Wilson. Since that first day, Wayne has worked with his father, designing, building, and installing custom cabinetry in homes and businesses all over southern Kentucky. With Bobby's recent passing, Wayne and his wife Joy are proud to continue the Wilson cabinet reputation. As the only licensed and insured custom cabinet shop in Glasgow, that's a responsibility they can handle. Custom cabinets, countertops, new cabinet doors, you name it, we can handle it. Call Wayne or Joy at 270-651-70